Hello, folks. Dustin Zarni here, Democratic Commissioner of Onondaga County for Board of Elections. And today is Monday. It is, what is it? It's Monday. I do know that. It is Monday, July 25th. And welcome to Commissioner in a Car. And today is my August primary preview for Onondaga County. I'm going to go over all of the races that you'll be voting on the August 23rd primary, as well as the deadlines that you need to know about to meet the August 23rd primary. But to recap, because it is always fun to recap how we got here, this August 23rd primary was brought about because of redistricting. And by the way, if you want to know more about this, check out Connect New York tonight. It's on WCNY TV at 9 p.m. I'm a guest on there, and we go over the whole process of redistricting, how we got to this point, and maybe how we're going to do something better in the future, featuring the City of Syracuse Redistricting Commission that is going on. So check that out later tonight. But to sum it up, how we got to this point, back in March, a lawsuit was filed against the new Senate and congressional maps that were passed by the Democratic majorities in the New York State Legislature. Those maps were found to have been unconstitutional. The congressional maps were found to be Democratic gerrymanders, and the Senate maps were found to have a process issue on how they were passed, and because of that, the Judge McAllister in Steuben County ruled that another primary would be, those maps would be set aside for 2020, for 2022. Those and a special master was brought in to draw new maps, but because it was so late in the process, once this was decided back in May, they had to delay the elections, the primary elections for those races, until August 23rd. So that is why we are dealing with the August 23rd primaries here, and they didn't happen in June. So we have, in Onondaga County, we have congressional primary for both Democrat and Republican candidates, and we also have a conservative primary for New York Senate District 48. So let me go over the candidates first. Of course, the congressional races are Onondaga, Madison, and Oneida County, and a very small portion of the village of Cleveland in Oswego County. So that is the congressional lines. So it's all of Onondaga County that is going to be in these primaries. On the Democratic side, going in no particular order, Francis Knoll, Sarah Clee Hood, Chol Majok, and Sam Roberts are fighting for the Democratic nomination. For the Republican nomination, it is Stephen Wells and Brandon Williams. For the conservative New York State Senate District 48, which is only a portion of Onondaga County and all of Cayuga County, that is a race between Julie Abbott, who is the endorsed Republican candidate, who's also trying to run on the conservative line, and Justin Coretti, who is a conservative from Auburn area, Cayuga County area, who is running for the conservative nomination for that district. So the congressional district and the for both the Republicans and Democrats, of course, is all of Onondaga County. But I have some visuals here. This is the Senate District 48. The green is Senate District 48. And that is what is the portion of Onondaga County. Of course, it goes west into all of Cayuga County, which is not shown on that map. So if you're in the city of Syracuse and enrolled in a conservative party, you can vote in this primary, as well as the towns of Lysander, Van Buren, Elbridge, Skaneateles, Marcellus, Spafford, Otisco, Onondaga, Nation Territory, Lafayette, Tully, Fabius, and Pompey. So it goes down along the south of Onondaga County and up the west side of Onondaga County and over into the all of Cayuga County is what Senate District 48. and that is a conservative race between Julie Abbott, the endorsed Republican candidate, and Justin Coretti, an enrolled Conservative Party member as well. Of course, all of the 4 Democrats that I mentioned are enrolled Democrats. Francis Knoll is the endorsed Democratic candidate of the Onondaga County Democratic Committee. He may have also picked up the Oneida County Democratic Committee. And Stephen Wells is the endorsed Republican candidate for all of the committees. All 4 chairs have endorsed him. I don't know if they had official votes, but I know all 4 chairs endorsed Stephen Wells against Brandon Williams. So those are the candidates and the races. So let's get to the deadlines. Well, the first important deadline that's coming up is this Friday, June 29th. That is the registration deadline. So if you're a newly registered voter or you want to register to vote for this primary, you have to do so by June 29th. If you just want to change your address, you have until August 3rd. Important clarification here, though. June 29th is the postmark deadline or receive deadline for new registrants or change of addresses. However, any new registrants that are postmarked by June 29th or any change of addresses that are postmarked or by August 3rd, but they have to be received in our office on August 3rd. So likely the postmark date of August 2nd is the latest. More than likely August 1st is really the latest. So you really, whether you're changing your address or registering for the first time, you really want to focus in and get that done as close to this Friday as possible. Before this Friday, if you can go online and register at mydmv.com. That's for the New York DMV. Or you go to onvote.net. We have all these links right there. You can print off a form and bring it in, or mail it in. Again, it has to be postmarked for new registrants by June 29th and then received by August 3rd. And for change of addresses, no matter when you postmark it, we have to receive it by August 3rd. Now, some of you will ask about party changes. Well, this is a new thing, and it's weird, but it used to be that party changes were not effective for primaries. When you had a June primary, starting February 15th, February 14th was the party change cutoff. It's also Valentine's Day, or fall in love with your party day, that you had to register a party change by that point. If you didn't, then your party change was put in what's called the sequester or the lockbox, and it wouldn't be open until 7 days after the June primary, and then we would do all the party changes. However, because this August primary was added and the legislature did not act, and neither did the judge, the party changes are happening effective now. In fact, we've already rolled all the parties that were waiting during that period, and any party changes that are coming in are being affected now. I will suggest, now, also, there is no deadline for party changes, so it could happen all the way up until Election Day and have it be effective for the August primary. This is kind of wild. We've never had this happen before, so you should, but if you're interested in changing your party, you should do so. Now, I am going to suggest you do so by Friday, June 29th, because if you do so, then we will probably process your form before the August 23rd primary, and you'll be in the books and be able to vote on the machine. If for some reason we get that party change after that, you will have to vote by affidavit, more than likely, which means that you have to fill out an affidavit ballot at the polling place, either during early voting or Election Day, and we won't be able to process an absentee ballot for you. So there's all kinds of reasons to get this done now, and have it be done now and not wait. But yes, the law is pretty clear on, or it's actually because it is silent, it's pretty clear that party changes can happen on election day as well if somebody goes and votes by affidavit ballot. So if you show up to the polls, you're not a Democrat or a Republican, and you want to vote in that primary, you can enroll in the Democrat or Republican Party. This is different than open primaries, which we've heard about in other states, where you can choose to vote in a primary, but you don't have to enroll in that party. This is just different because basically the enrollment date is live as of right now, and you are enrolling in the party and then voting in the primary, as opposed to just being enrolled as a non-enrolled and just deciding that you want to vote in the primary. I know it sounds like a distinction without a difference, but it is a difference, because if you enroll in a party, then you're in that party, and you'll be in that party for the next primary that comes, next year. So that's very important. Other dates to keep in mind. August 8th is the last day to apply for an absentee ballot, either online or by postmark. That will give us enough time to process the absentee ballot and send that out to you. That is August 8th. Early voting happens August 13th through the 21st. And it is the same times as we had during the June primary on Saturdays and Sundays. We are open 9 to 5. On Monday, Thursday, and Friday, the polling places are open from 10 to 6, and Tuesday and Wednesday from noon to 8. These are the same 8 early voting polling places that we had for the June primary. That is OCC Mulway Hall, Lysander Town Hall, DeWitt Town Hall, Clay Town Hall, Lafayette Fire Station number 1, and inside the city of Syracuse, Beecham Library, Armand Magnarelli Center, and the Syracuse Community Connections at Southwest Community Center. Those are the 8 early voting sites for this primary, and the same hours as we had for the June primary. And of course, August 23rd is primary day, and every one of our primary day sites are open. The only change that we have is in the North Syracuse area. There is a polling place named Bellwood Baptist Church, which was closed for the June primary because of a scheduling issue, and those voters were voting at the North Syracuse Community Center. Bellwood Baptist Church is now back open, so they will be voting at the Bellwood Baptist Church again, which will be the same for the general election. So we don't foresee any closures for the August primary. We got very lucky in that aspect. So all of our 149 polling places will be open in Onondaga County. Also, and they'll be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on primary day. Also on primary day, it's the last day to postmark or turn in an absentee ballot. So if you applied by August 8th and you got it, you have to postmark it, make sure the post office postmarks it, or drop it off at the Board of Elections or any of our early voting sites or any of our election day sites. And those will count as properly received. And then, of course, if you do end up mailing in your absentee ballot and it is postmarked on August 23rd, we have to receive it on August 30th. That way we can process those ballots. And we anticipate certifying the congressional election or the August 23rd primary in early September. And then moving right on to the general election. So those are the important dates for this August primary, and the candidates that are going for it, and a little brief reason of why we're here there. And I don't see any questions in the chat, so I'm just going to move on by ending this Commissioner in a Car. I'm going to remind you of a few things that are coming up. This Wednesday, I'll be doing a Wonky Wednesday on the Election Day turnout for the June primary. This is my 4-part look at the June primary. The statistics. I've already done absentee and early voting. Now I'm doing Election Day, and then I will do another one on final turnout. And that will be the end of our June primary look, and just in time to get ready for the August primary look. I have a Zoom with Zarni on Friday, launching with Bill Magnarelli, who is the assembly person in the area, one of their assembly people in the area, and we had a great conversation about his many years in the assembly and in Democratic politics, and some of the things he's accomplished as transportation chair, as well as some of the things that he hopes to continue to accomplish, as he's running for re-election. And then I will shortly be changing my release schedule for all of my content, starting in August. Commissioners in the Cars will be on Tuesdays, and the Zoom with Zarnies will release on Thursdays, and then my Wonky Wednesdays are not going to be Wonky Wednesdays anymore. They're going to be called the Weekly Wonk, and they'll release over the weekend, because it'll give me a little bit more time to write these articles and not interfere with my duties during the week as elections commissioner. So keep a lookout for that. I'll mention it many times over the next few weeks as I get into August, and I believe that will be my schedule going forward. And of course, the Sunday seminars won't be on Sundays anymore. They'll just be seminars that happen in the place of either a Zoom with Zarni or a commissioner in a car, because I'm just trying to keep as much content out there, because remember, all of this content is stuff I provide for free. There's no ad revenue. I never seek ad revenue. I never seek outside money for it. It's part of my educational purpose here as elections commissioner. And and you can always follow all of this at DustinZarni.com. And you can subscribe there, and again, for free, just to get any content update. And again, check out tonight on WCNY, Connect New York is my, I've been on it, I think it's my second time on this program, but it's a statewide program that starts here in Syracuse at 9 p.m. at WCNY and starts to go through the public television throughout the state. And we have a great chat with my friends Jeff Weiss, who's one of the best redistricting lawyers in the state, as well as the host David Lombardo, and there was a representative from the League of Women Voters who my name is escaping me right now, but the three of us had a great discussion about redistricting in New York. What went right? Nothing went right. What went wrong? A lot went wrong. And how we can do things in the future. And there's a great package in this on the Syracuse Redistricting Commission. I've talked about that several times on my podcast. I've had the members on my Zoom with Zarni interview, and that is wrapping up. And they will be presenting their final plan for vote to the Syracuse Common Council. And I think it's a new and different way of looking at redistricting, led by citizens instead of politicians. And I think you're going to see a really good behind-the-scenes look at that. And maybe that is the solution that many people are looking for to get out of this cycle of fighting over district lines. So that's all I got for today. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you haven't gotten registered to vote, make sure you do so ASAP. Update your address. You can go to onvote.net, check your voter registration. You can see your party registration. You can see your address. You can see whether you're registered to vote or not, and get that updated by this Friday. Get done, and that way you can vote in the August primary. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.